Hello, I'm your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor Latricia Booker. And I'm popping in on you to tell you that your enemies want you to be depressed. Your enemies want you to be depressed. And I'm going to lead this message with Psalm 34, Division 4 through 6. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. And so, kingdom people, here's the thing. Your enemies want you to be depressed because when you're depressed, it's hard for you to get things done for many people. And that's the real kind of depression that they want you in. They want you to not be able to get things done because they don't want you to do the things that God called you to do. They don't want you to be productive. They don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to, just do well in life. They want you to be depressed in a way of where you don't even want to get out of bed, where you don't have energy. Again, the depression in this sense that they want you to be in is designed, or should I say, well, the one that they want you to be in is so that you can't really get anything done. You won't have the motivation to get anything done. You won't have that passion for life, because usually when you're depressed, you don't really feel all that great. Even those who are still able to function while being depressed, they don't have any life, so to speak. They're not excited about life. They're not, happy about being here. It's like they're just going through the motions. But because you are called by God and you are walking with God and you know your purpose, you know your mission, God is instructing you, you on the move, ain't no room for depression for you. Doesn't mean you don't go through things. It doesn't mean you don't have challenges. But kingdom people, you still on the move. And many of your enemies, they see that. They're aware of that, which is why they want you to be depressed. Now, some of your enemies are doing witchcraft, doing things to try to make you depressed, including black magic or trying to do spells or putting hexes and curses or things like that on you. They're doing these things because they're trying to make you depressed. They're trying to make you lethargic. Again, don't want you to have any drive, and don't want you to have any passion for life. And for those ones who are doing this, they watch you to see if you're depressed or if you're looking depressed. They check to see if whatever it is that they're doing, whatever witchcraft they're doing in that sense is working. Now, of course, there are others who are just doing the witchcraft in a way of wishing depression on you, wanting you to be depressed, because when you're in your mind and when you're in yourself wanting something for someone, especially something like this or something not good for them, that's a form of witchcraft, just wanting that for a person, because that's an energy that you're carrying within you. You're wishing that on a person. And so even for those who are just doing that, they watch you in hopes that you will be depressed. They watch you if they're able to, of course, and many a times they find a way to do it, even if it's to do it through the back door, so to speak, through those means, trying to see if, whatever they're doing, whatever curses or hexes or voodoo, whatever they're trying to do is working. And so they want you to be miserable. They want you to be miserable, and they want you to not walk in God's glory. And you know what? When I was sitting here going over these notes and everything before I recorded this message, what came over me when I read that part is they are miserable. They are depressed. So, of course, your enemies want you to be depressed because they don't want you to be in God's glory. They want you to be depressed because they depressed. Again, even if they're able to, and now I'm speaking to them, so even if they're able to function and do things and, go to work or take care of whatever, many of your enemies, and I'm hearing all of your enemies, are depressed. See, understand this. If they were not depressed, they wouldn't want you to be depressed. When people want you to be depressed, that is called projecting. They're projecting what they're feeling on the inside, what they're feeling onto you. When you project, you can only project what's in you outward. So they're wanting you to, I'm hearing misery loves company. So they want you to be in the same state that they're in. Again, they don't want you to walk in God's glory. Of course, it's because they're not doing it. They're in darkness. For these, the ones that we're speaking of right here, in this instance, that want you to be depressed. Your enemies that want you to be depressed. Now, here's the issue. According to this scripture, Psalm 34, 4-6, I sought the Lord and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. So again, even if we're going through anything, God is with you. He answers you. You can pray and ask him for help or for whatever you need, and he answers you. He helps you. Again, you are called by God. You are walking with God. You're doing what he's telling you to do. So he's going to be there for you and give you what you need and answer you. He's going to help you along the way of what you're doing for him, what he called you to. He's not going to call you and then leave you out to hang. God doesn't work like that. Then it says, those who look to him are radiant. Their faces are never covered with shame. And so, kingdom people, they're looking for you to be depressed. They want you to be depressed. But you're not going to look depressed. You're not going to be depressed or look depressed. You look to him. And because you look to him, you are radiant. So every time they looking, all they see is that radiance. All they see is that glow. All they see is that light. All they see is that shine. And I'm hearing God shining on you, that sunshine shining on you. So, kingdom people, your enemies want you to be depressed, but you are radiant with joy, with light, with the glory of God, I'm hearing. And it says their faces are never covered with shame. So you ain't shamed or depressed. This poor man called out and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles. When you call out to the Lord, if he did it for a poor man, well, that's what David would call himself because, and we can see ourselves as a poor whatever just because, look, we need God. We don't put ourselves above him. So in correlation to God, so to speak, we are poor men and poor women. Not poor in the sense of when you in trouble, as it says, he saved him out of all his troubles. When you in trouble, you a poor man or a poor woman, and they gotta call on God. Save me, God, with my poor self. So, okay, the people, listen, like I already said, God, he saves you from all your troubles when you're going through it. Even if you do feel a little depression, you call on him. He help you out of it. Some of you all know how to just talk to yourself and tell yourself, wait a minute, hold on. And some of you even just in a space of, we don't do that here. Kingdom people. So your enemies want you to be depressed, but you ain't the one. And for those of you who are, come up out of that. Come up out of that. Your enemies want that for you. They want you to be depressed. You don't have to be. Now, if you're clinically depressed and you got some things going on, that's different. Get the help that you need. Keep getting the help that you need. But make sure you're calling on the Lord so he can deliver you. Because he saves you from your troubles. Because you belong to him. And so, kingdom people, because people that are in darkness don't want you to walk in that light. They don't want you to walk in God's glory. They don't want you to be happy or content. They want you to be depressed. Again, just like them. They're not walking in God's light. They're not happy. They're not content. They don't want you to be. But again, you call on God. He delivers you from all your fears. You when they look on you, you radiate. They see your radiance. They see the glory of God upon you. It's never shame on your face or depression. I'm adding that because if it ain't shame there, if he delivering you and he saved you from your troubles, you good. Doesn't mean, again, you don't have your moments. But while they waiting on you to just be in a state of depression and just be there and stay there and just be there, even if you do have a moment, you ain't staying there. It's a moment. You're not staying in that depression like they are because you have a God that will save you from all of your troubles. Kingdom people, your enemies want you to be depressed. But who cares? And that is all I have to say about that. So if you like this video and if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then make sure you click on that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Make sure you go ahead and ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring my bell so that you can receive a notification every time I upload a new video. Kingdom people, if there's any information you need to know about me, you can find all that right down below in the description box, along with other helpful resources. Kingdom people, thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for all your likes, subscribes, shares, all your comments and feedback, for all your financial contributions to my channel, and for all the seeds that you sow into me and my ministry. Kingdom people, thank you. Now, Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. I really don't want to leave you, but I do have to go right now. But I will be back to hold my Kingdom people down. Now, Kingdom people, above all else, let the Holy Spirit lead you in all things at all times. Kingdom people, we are untouchable, we are unstoppable, we are unmovable, and we are unbreakable. Kingdom people, keep growing, keep going, and go and be great. Kingdom people, that is our time. This Jesus girl is out. Peace.